Libby, it's so nice to meet you.
It's so nice to meet you too.
So, Alice's Wonderland Bakery is an amazing show for kids with hilarious characters. What excited you the most when you auditioned for the role of Alice?
Ooh, that's a good question. I think that Wonderland is such an amazing world. I mean, I would love to live in Wonderland. And just to play the great granddaughter of the original Alice in Wonderland and to bring it to a whole new generation of kids and their families, it's been a part of so many people's lives. And I'm just so honored to play the part of Alice's granddaughter,
That's
great
so
granddaughter.
incredible because Alice, like I grew up with Alice, we all did. So, how do you watch the movie differently? Like, do you see it in a different light now that you're playing her great granddaughter?
Definitely. Yeah, I was going back and watching it, and I just see all the colors that Mary Blair was the illustrator, and I think we brought it a lot to Alice's Wonderland Bakery. And it's just, I take in every single little part of it, and I get to bring my own new curiosity to the character, but I also get to have some of Alice. So, Alice is great.
I love Alice. I think she's such a nice modern take on the Alice that we all grew up and know and love. So, what does she teach you now that she's a modern girl?
That's a good question. I really love that Alice uses baking to cheer people up. I think that is such a great thing to do because I know if I was having an off day, I would love if someone baked me a cookie, you know. And Alice loves cheering people up, and she loves to bake for all of Wonderland and make people happy. And I just love that about her.
And what do you want her to teach audiences all over the world now that the show is premiering in 2 days?
Yeah, so I think that I want Alice to teach everyone is that you can always cheer someone up by baking or doing anything, just talking to them and being like, hey, are you okay? And Alice is a really great representation of
That's so true. She's a really great friend, and I honestly love the relationship between Hattie and the rabbit Fergie. How did you work with CJ and Jack to bring out the best of these characters and their friendship?
So I actually have never got to meet Jack or CJ, but one day it will happen because we're all in our own recording. We since COVID we can't really see each other right now, so we're all in our little booths and we record with our director Maria, who acts out all the characters, and she is so great. So knowing that someone else is there who's going to act out the characters just like they did is really helpful.
That's so cool. I mean, animation is such an extensive process, and you said that you guys were working during COVID. What is it like watching the whole process go from just like the sketchbooks and the voice, the studio, and then now to the premiere?
Yeah, it's just so crazy. It's all coming so fast. I started this show when I was 11 and now I'm 13, so that's pretty crazy. And I just have loved every second of it, but it hasn't become really real until like right now, seeing me doing all the interviews, and it's just so crazy, but so amazing at the same time.
That's amazing. I mean, as an actor, you just get to watch these characters grow, and I love Alice in the show. She grows and she gets into a lot of mischief. So, where do you want to see her in the second season?
That's a good question. I think that she is gonna continue on baking for her friends and really just having baking with her friends and trying new recipes, because trying new recipes is how she gets closer to her great grandmother. So, trying all the new recipes and having so much fun in Wonderland.
That's really cool. I love how we get to see hints to the original movie through her baking, like the on birthday cake. That was so much fun to watch. I really enjoyed that. So, you are playing the lead in a Disney show. How has that changed your life?
I can still not believe it. It's like every time someone says that to me, I'm like, oh yeah, yeah, I'm playing the lead. I'm playing the lead. What? But it's so crazy, and everybody who worked on the show is just so amazing, and I'm so honored to be a part of this amazing cast.
The cast is absolutely amazing. I mean, you guys are working together, especially now that you were saying so individually. What would you want to do, and how would you want the process to change for the second season? Hopefully, being in person, all three of you together. What are you looking for?
Yeah, I hope so. I still actually have never got to meet my director and my producer in person, who's Chelsea Bale, who's also one of the writers of the show, and I am really hoping to get to meet them in person because I just think we would just have such a fun time. So
You have to let me know. You have to keep me posted on that because I want to see a second season of the show. Like, I enjoyed it. I had a great time watching it. It was really fun and entertaining with the music. How did you find Alice's voice, especially since she's a different version of the one that we know?
definitely. So Alice is she loves baking, and with baking comes singing, always little jingle to your baking. And I think that I felt when I got this audition that Alice was just so me. I just felt a connection with her like nothing else. And so when I got to sing with John Kavanaugh, it was so amazing because I grew up on Sophia the First and Descendants, and he helped compose some of the episodes of those. And it's just so amazing to see it all come to life because these are the people that were behind the scenes of the shows that I watched. And so singing for Alice is just so crazy that I get to, maybe somebody who's listening right now is going to be in a Disney Junior show later, and it's just, let me tell you, it's so crazy.
It is crazy. Sophia the First and Descendants is like the coolest thing. Now you've got Alice's Wonderland Bakery, just adding on to that resume. How are you feeling about the premiere in 2 days? Like, you were saying that it didn't feel real up until now. How are you waiting to see the audience reaction?
I am so excited to show this to a new generation, and I just love playing Alice, and I just love this character, and I love this show, and I've put so much time and energy in the show, and I just hope that everybody else loves it too, because I just think that the creation of the show is just amazing.
It's a really great show. I had a great time watching it. It was
I'm
really fun.
glad.
Oh, of course. I love the relationship between the three of you, and I just hope that you guys get a second season just so I can watch more of it. Now, I want to talk on something that you said before, the audition process. What was that like? Just going through all these steps and changes and screen testing, I imagine.
Yeah, definitely. So I had 3 auditions. I got the initial audition and I read the script and I'm like, this is so cute and amazing and I love this role. And so I read for it, not knowing that anything was going to happen, but I just love this character so much. And I put all of my little, uh, little curiosity into this character. And so then I ended up getting a callback, and that's when I got to meet Maria Estrada, who's my director, and Chelsea Bale, who's my producer and writer. And they were so nice to me, and I loved working with them. And I remember, like, before I started the call, just my hands were shaking just because once I got the callback, I was just like, oh my gosh, I'm one step closer. This is so amazing. And then at the last callback, I got to meet John Kavanaugh, who's the composer of this show, and it was just so amazing to meet him. And this is the guy that's been composing all the shows that I grew up to. So and then getting the role I was just so amazed and so honored to be able to play Alice's great granddaughter. I mean, that only happens once in a lifetime, you know?
It is. It's a once in a lifetime experience. And as an actress, 2 years is a long time to grow into your craft. How has Alice's Wonderland Bakery helped you grow as an actress, especially as a singer, since Alice sings?
Yeah, so I love singing. It's one of my favorite things. I love Broadway, and Eden Espinosa, who plays the Queen of Hearts, was Elphaba on Broadway. So knowing that she was in my show was pretty exciting. And so I was so excited to be able to sing in this role, and I have learned so much from everyone who is in this show, just acting and just the stories of the show that they can teach little kids, but I mean, they can also teach adults. I think they teach me. So I just love this show so much.
Exactly. As an not an adult, but like as an older teenager, I got to learn so much and it kept me entertained, and I really loved the show. And I just want to talk, there are so many great scenes throughout the show. What was one of your favorite scenes to record and then watching it play out?
Ooh, that's a good question. Well, in the very first episode, I'm introducing myself to Princess Rosette, and I remember trying all these different accents because I love doing accents, and I was like, Howdy, Princess! And I just was trying to come up with what to say for Princess Rosa, and then getting to watch that scene, I was like, I remember shooting that one. That one was so fun.
That it's really fun because it's just all these colors and then the characters are so much fun to watch. My favorite scene actually comes from that episode as well, the upside down cake when it was up on the ceiling. That was
Yes.
fun. It's like this like topsy turvy land. And one last thing, merchandise is gonna come out soon. How are you feeling about seeing your character on merchandise and at Disney stores?
That it's just so crazy. I'm gonna be going some place and I'm just gonna see myself, which is absolutely crazy. And I love all the merchandise, and I'm really excited for you guys to see it. And I'm buying all of it when it comes out.
You have to leave some for us. Like you can't just
Oh, I know I'm being selfish, aren't I? Sorry. I just think I need it. Sorry.
You need it, you deserve it, and I'm so proud of you. Congratulations on
Thank you
Alice's
so
Wonderland
much.
Bakery, and it's been a pleasure meeting you. Congrats,
You
of
too. Thank you.
course.
I like the sound of that. Premieres Wednesday, February 9th at 10:30 on Disney Junior.